Hello, this video is a re-upload that combines 4 separate videos into a single playthrough video of the game Beneath a Steel Sky. Beneath a Steel Sky is a 2D adventure game played from a third-person perspective. Using a point-and-click interface, players interact with the environment to guide protagonist Robert Foster through the game's world. To solve puzzles and progress, players collect items that can be combined, used in the environment, or given to NPCs. The protagonist engages in dialogue with NPCs through conversation trees to gather information about puzzles and the plot. Clues and additional information are acquired by clicking on items in the inventory and on objects in the environment.
Who's up there? You won't escape that way! He must have jumped. Fell all the way to ground level. Phew, lucky escape.
Welcome back, Joey.
Is this the best shell you could find?
Listen, we're in deep trouble.
You've turned me into a vacuum cleaner.
It's functional. Don't be ungrateful. Now, I don't know where we are, or why we were brought here, but I intend to get some answers.
I've got a weird reading from my scanner. We're 120 meters above the ground.
We've got to find a way down, and keep out of the way of security.
Hey! What are you doing?
Weren't you told? Routine inspection.
Well, keep off that elevator! Your weight set the alarm off! And I can't concentrate with all that noise!
The old guy's right, you moron. That lift's designed for light machinery, not a hulking animal like you.
Where did you get that robot?
I built him. Like it?
It's crap, son. What are you doing? That's my personal property. I told you to stay off the elevator. That alarm is driving me spare.
Excuse me.
What now?
I'll get on with my inspection.
You do that, son. Oh, not again! Are you trying to wind me up?
Just double checking.
God, flipping inspectors!
Excuse me.
What now?
Who's in charge around here?
Not me. I just work here. Hobbins is the name.
Who's in charge, and where can I find him?
It's Lamb you'll be wanting. He's the supervisor.
I see. And who does he work for?
The council, of course.
Where am I?
You're in the Union City recycling plant.
Do you buy scrap metal?
I don't want to be recycled, Rob. I like this shelf, really.
What's the best way out of the city?
You'll have to get to ground level first. You're at the top of Erie Tower Block.
Can't I use your elevator?
No, you can't. It's not built for humans. And besides, it only goes down to the furnace.
So how do I get to ground level?
There's an elevator out on the walkway. Of course, you can't reach it right now.
Why not?
'Cause Reich's boys are guarding the exit from the plant.
How come your elevator's not working?
It's activated automatically by the transport robot.
What did security want?
After a saboteur. You seen anything suspicious?
I saw a wrecked helicopter.
Yeah, seems it blocked the walkway. So we're stuck in this block.
Tell me more about the council.
They govern the city, with the help of Link,
What's that?
the computer they built as their advisor.
What was it like before Link?
Ah, those were the days, son. We didn't have the problems we got now.
So who built the computer?
Search me. Flipping research scientist, probably.
How come your fire exit leads nowhere?
You been up there? It's not safe.
I could see that.
If you break your legs, don't come running to me for sympathy.
I'll get on with my inspection.
You do that, son.
There's no obvious reason why this droid isn't working. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with it.
That does it. If the supervisor complains that I'm late, I'll tell him it was your fault.
Excuse me.
What now?
What's wrong with the transport?
It's broken down. Again. It's probably the Doppler charge thingamajig. But I haven't got time to mend it now.
I'll get on with my inspection.
You do that, son.
Can you start that transport?
How do you expect me to do that? I'm just a cleaning droid, remember?
It's the, Doppler charge reducer thingy.
In that case, all it needs is a jump start. This is embarrassing, Foster. You're not gonna watch, are you? I always suspected you of being a voyeur.
Come on, just do it.
Here goes. There. How was it for you?
I've got nothing that would fit. It must need a special card. No buttons, just a thin slot. That thing's watching me. Good thing I'm naturally photogenic. Can you open that door?
I'll give it a try.
No sudden moves, Overman. Get over to the furnace.
You're Officer Reich, I presume. You've made a mistake. I'm not Overman.
Link, we can't let him escape.
What the hell is going on? Reich seems pretty cut up about it. But he's given me 2 leads, Overman and Link. He was carrying an ID card. The card may be useful. And I'll take his dark glasses, too. We're way up in the clouds, Joey. We need to find a way to the ground. Has security been in here?
Yeah, they really stirred up. I think they were looking for someone.
How do I get down to ground level?
Take the elevator. Or the big jump if you're desperate.
What are you doing?
I'm checking the pipes. Do they have to be perfect?
That's ridiculous. If they have to be perfect, they should be checked by a robot.
What's that?
He's my mechanoid chum, Joey.
It's cute. Does it do tricks?
Not really. He just follows me around. and gets in my way.
Look, I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Why not?
Supervisor's orders.
I'm transferring you, lass.
I wish you wouldn't call me that. My name is Anita.
Don't answer back, woman. Report to the testing room immediately. What are you doing here? Do you know who I am, lad?
I've no idea. I don't work here.
I'm Gilbert Lamb, the supervisor.
Mind if I look around?
I certainly do. Who are you?
Security. Looking for a fugitive.
This factory has been searched already. He's not here.
Can't be too careful.
Just don't interfere with production. What's that robot doing here?
He's my personal assistant. Say hello, Joey.
Hello, Joey.
Pity he's got no brain. Hey,
My mistake. Thought it was the John.
it's the storeroom for robots only. Lamb doesn't trust humans to go in there, even though there's nothing worth pinching.
I want you to check out the storeroom.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. There could be something useful in there.
Don't count on it.
That's really put a wrench in the works.
Oh no! Production stopped! You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
Me? I'm no technician.
Me neither. Lamb will go crazy. Can't you do anything to help me?
I don't know anything about machinery.
Oh well, I'll pretend I didn't notice it.
Find anything useful in the stores?
No, but there's a fuse box on the wall. Connected to the alarm system.
Can you disconnect it?
Sorry, no can do.
I'll keep this wrench. It's really useful. I've loosened the robot's shell. You want a new shell, Joey?
Do you mean that welder?
That's right. You like it?
I'll say. It's the mutt's nuts. Excellent.
Sorry. Go and disable the fuse box in the stores.
I could melt through it with my welder.
Wouldn't that be dangerous?
Very, but I'm feeling reckless. And welding is fun.
Take care, Joey.
Don't move. I have to search you.
Do I have to strip off?
Definitely not. There's a limit to how far I'm going to look.
Hey, that tickles.
Open up that coat. Why are you carrying that crowbar?
It's got sentimental value. My mother gave it to me.
Is that a wrench?
I carry it for luck.
You're a walking toolbox. Blimey. Smart shades.
You can have them if you like.
Really? Oh, I could fix them with sticky tape. Well, you don't appear to have stolen anything. Thank you for your cooperation. By the way, that sweater you're wearing.
Don't laugh at my sweater.
I'm not. I think it's brilliant. Will you swap it for my clipboard?
Not in a million years. Never mind. I can't reach the cable. Fancy doing some welding, Joey?
You bet. I want some action. Who's the victim?
You can't go using your welder on people.
Oh, yeah? Who says?
Asimov's laws of robotics.
That's fiction, Foster. It's just something some guy made up.
It's sound moral sense. Anyway, what I had in mind was that cable.
This sounds like a job for Captain Welder.
Never mind. Can you try welding the cable again?
Sure. Just keep out of my way this time.
I've loosened the nut. I've loosened the nut. Try pressing the button on the right.
Now you've done it, mate. I'll have to fetch old Hobbins. And you'd better stay here in case there's an explosion.
Would you like this magazine?
It's the T.E. Lawrence Collector's Issue. I've been looking for that for years.
If I give it to you, will you help me?
I'd do anything to get that magazine. Are you interested in one of my tours?
What kind of tours do you offer?
Well, there's a wide choice. The Grand City Tour, the Economy City Tour, and the Mystery Tour.
What's the mystery tour?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a mystery.
How do I know it's not a rip-off?
That's the chance you have to take.
What's the difference between Grand and Economy?
The Economy Tour is cheaper. Exactly the same itinerary, but less prestigious.
The mystery tour sounds fine.
I'll reserve your ticket.
Now tell me, where does it go?
It doesn't go anywhere physically. It's the latest in virtual reality.
Oh, not that old turkey.
It's almost completely like the real thing.
If you say so, but I'm not convinced. Book me on the economy tour.
I'll make your reservation. You can pick up the ticket in a month or two.
Can't I have the ticket now? Would you swap a ticket for this magazine?
You mean it? Of course I will.
It doesn't matter. Hey, Lamb. What does your
Pipes, ducts, and conduits.
Anything important?
What do you think this city is built on?
Human endeavor?
Oh, aye, but I'm talking about pipes. Think of all the things they're used for.
Like sewers, you mean?
Let me tell you something, lad. Pipes are the arteries of this mighty erection. The veins through which its lifeblood pumps. And I am proud to serve the corporation.
I suppose somebody has to be. See you later. Hey, Lamb. Would you like this ticket?
What's it for, lad?
A tour. Wouldn't you like a holiday?
You're right. I really deserve a break. You know, I'm so touched. I'm going to give you something in return.
I was kind of hoping you might.
Something you'll look back on for the rest of your life.
Yeah?
Aye, lad. A tour of my factory.
Oh, great.
This machine measures the internal bore of the pipes. Accurate to 20 decimal places, whatever that means. Impressive, isn't it? All those numbers. I'm sure they mean something. Follow me. I'll show you the next section. This machine is supposed to drive the conveyor, but it's not bloody working. Heads will roll for this. Foreman Potts, why has this machine stopped?
Stopped? I've been so busy I didn't notice.
Can't I trust you with anything? Look after my desk, Potts. I'll have to leave you to show yourself around.
What do you know about the council?
It was one of the council who came up with the plan to bond his mind with Link, and ever since then things have been getting weird.
What are you doing now?
Checking for cracks with x-rays. You shouldn't be here without a protective suit.
You're not wearing one.
Lamb told me I didn't qualify, as I'm a D-Link, and a woman.
What's a D-Link?
D-Link is the lowest social category. When your Link status is 0, you forfeit all rights and your freedom to move back the city. How come you didn't know that?
I'm an outsider, from the Gap.
So it's you security are after. You won't get far without an ID card.
Ah, I managed to find one.
I bet it won't get you to ground level though. You'll need a Link status of 8 or more.
See you later. Here's my card.
I don't know where you got that card, and I don't particularly care, but whatever you do, don't show it to anyone else.
How come you were made a D-Link?
I was caught hacking into Link.
Why did you do that?
There are areas in Link space used by security. I was trying to discover what they're up to.
What do you mean by link space?
The word inside the computer's memory, the abstract projection of linked circuits and databanks.
I have to get to ground level.
Look, I really sympathise with you. I could give you my jammer.
What's a jammer?
Bypass software. Highly illegal. It gets you past the retina scan to security files.
That's a start. Can you let me have the jammer?
Give me your ID card.
Here's my card.
Thanks. This won't take long.
What are you doing?
Downloading the jammer to your card. There, it's done.
Don't worry. I'll fix everything.
You're taking a huge risk.
No problem. I'll get us both back on Link's files. Nothing happens. Hey, Lamb. Hey, Lamb. Hey, Lamb. Hey, Lamb. Do you have a problem?
Aye, lad. I was hoping to see you. My card isn't working and I can't use the elevator.
Perhaps you've been made a D-Link.
Don't be so bloody impertinent, lad. What will poor little Couscous do?
Who's Couscous?
My pussy. She has to be fed. What would I do if she died?
You could always get another one.
It wouldn't be the same. I've had Couscous since she was a kitten.
I could feed her for you, if I could get into your apartment.
You go down to Bellevue, and I'll authorise it so you can. By the way, Couscous likes to be pampered. Like all women, eh, lad?
Apart from D-Links, you mean? You need therapy, Lamb. Come on, Joey. Come on, Joey.
Confirmed. Fluctuation normal.
Will the jammer get me into link space?
No, the only access is through the special interface. There's just one little problem. You'll need to get a Schreiberman port.
How do I get a Schreiberman port?
Well, you'll have to undergo surgery.
I need that like I need a hole in the head.
The Schreiberman port is a hole in the head.
Does Link have any internal security?
There'll be foils, naturally.
What are they?
Intrusion foil programs.
Are they dangerous?
Well, standard IFPs are simply deterrents, but some high-level foils can be lethal.
See you later. Come on, Joey.
biosurgery. How may I help you?
I want a Shriebmanport.
Your name, please?
Robert Foster.
There's little chance of seeing the doctor.
Why not?
I have instructions not to disturb him. Unless you wish to pay cash, of course.
Try talking to that hologram, Joey.
What for?
I need to see the doctor, and she won't let me in.
What shall I say to her?
Use your natural charm on her.
I've got an idea. I'll try the subtle approach. Hey, you! Open that door.
I take my orders from Dr. Burke.
I take mine from Oberman.
Oh, why didn't you say so before?
Good grief. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Don't make me jump like that.
Sorry, didn't realize you were busy.
Just practicing. I like to keep my hand in. What can I do for you?
I need a Shriebmanport.
Really? Do you have sufficient credit?
All I've got are the clothes I'm wearing.
In that case, you require the Easy Pay scheme.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Kidney, lung, or testicles.
What?
Which organ do you wish to sell?
I'm not selling anything.
No parts, no port. Send in the next customer.
Excuse me. Maybe I wouldn't miss a kidney.
I'll have to run some tests. Stand behind the scanner, please. Turn around, please. I can't use either of them.
Why not?
They're too good to sell at second hand. I'd have to overprice myself to be profitable.
You make money by trading people's organs?
What else would I do with them?
Open a restaurant? Excuse me. I suppose I could spare a lung.
Let's have a look at them first.
On the scanner?
Yes, please. Hold still, please. Has someone been experimenting on you?
Why do you ask that?
I've never seen a body quite like yours before. I'm afraid I can't use them.
Is there something wrong? Tell me, Doc. I can take it.
You're simply too healthy. Most bodies would reject your organs.
Excuse me. I guess I've no choice, Doc. I'll have to sell you my...
It's not as bad as you think. When I said I'd take your testes, I meant after your death.
That's a great consolation.
All I require from you now is your consent. Take a seat, please.
Do you use local anesthetic?
Oh, no. It doesn't hurt. Any more than having your ears pierced.
In that case, I need a general anesthetic.
You now have a Shriebmanport. You may experience headaches, but don't worry, it's quite normal.
Hello.
Hi! You look like a man who needs insurance, yeah? Can I interest you in this? A rogue robot policy.
I've never heard of that before.
It's a safeguard against the possibility of your robot turning on you.
Joey would never do that.
Aha! So you think. Surveys show that 42% of all domestic droid owners are worried about the risk of attack.
This is bullshit, Foster. Don't listen to that moron.
Nasty temper that robot's got, yeah?
Tell me more about the policy.
All you have to do is sign a form. We'll do a probability estimate and give you the results next month.
How come it takes so long?
We have to strip the robot down and analyze each component.
I do not want him handling my parts, Foster.
Now I'm definitely not interested.
Tell you what, take time to consider it, yeah?
Do you have a client called Overman?
I'll check the computer files. Do you know the first name?
No.
Do you know the address?
No.
Do you know what sex this person is?
Well, presumably he's male.
At last, we're getting somewhere. Now, what is his link status?
I haven't a clue.
Never mind. I'll try a search anyway. Name, Overman. Address, unknown. Sex, male. Possibly. No, there's no Overman on my records.
Never mind. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can you get me to ground level, Doc?
I have my reputation to consider. If you're determined, you might ask my friend Willy. Just tell him I sent you. He has a rather special policy.
Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
I want one of your special policies.
Who sent you?
Dr. Burke.
The ghoul, huh? He's cool. So, how can I help you?
Can you get me out of the city?
It's dangerous. Are you sure you've got the balls?
That's a delicate subject.
Wait here. I have to make a call.
Use your welder on that statue, Joey.
What for?
That anchor could be useful.
I'm always ready for a spot of welding.
Come on, Joey.
Nothing down there except the furnace. I'll wait here for my playmate.
This could be the most stupid thing I've ever done. So my real name is Robert Overman. But why does Link want me? And what's happened to my father?
Seen anything of Obbins?
What do you want him for?
To mend a pipe in the power plant.
Can't you fix it yourself?
I wouldn't dare.
Well, I haven't seen Obbins all day. He's probably busy.
Come on, Joey. Oh no! Joey must have forgotten he'd changed shells. I hope his board isn't broken. Hello, who are you?
My name's Vincent, what's yours?
I'm Robert. You can call me Rob. What's that you're playing with?
It's my handheld games console.
Neat. What's the game?
It's called Fleecy the Lamb.
That sounds nice. What's the objective?
Torch the mutant psychos with your flamethrower and stop Dr. Mantis from butchering the orphans.
But that's horrible.
Yeah, I've played better.
What other games have you got?
Not many, 'cause they're too expensive. They're smuggled into the city from Hobart. I've got Nobby, the platform game, Onan the Barbarian, and Revenge of the Deadly Dandelions.
I suppose they keep you out of mischief. Don't wear out your thumbs. Excuse me.
Smart floral display. Are they real? What do you think?
They look kind of shiny.
Naturally. I've just varnished them.
Do you paint the flowers too?
This is Union City, not Wonderland. You obviously know nothing about plants.
What are those blue flowers called?
They're dandelions. Don't touch them.
They're pretty, but why can't I touch them?
Because if you do, you'll wet your bed.
I haven't done that for months. See you later. Tell me about your dandelion game.
Ah, it's brilliant. You get chased by these giant yellow weeds.
You mean dandelions are yellow? The gardener told me they were blue.
He's mad. He's not a real gardener.
How'd you know the gardener is a fake?
He's got green fingers.
That's the sign of a naturally talented gardener.
I saw him dipping them in the paint. Anyway, the plants are made of plastic.
You're a real help, Vincent.
No problem, Rob.
Don't wear out your thumbs. Excuse me. You told me dandelions were blue.
Did I? Well, what of it?
This boy assures me they're yellow.
Smart-assed little brat. All right. You got me sussed. I haven't had any formal training, but I've always dreamed of being a gardener. I love 'em. Every little shrub and succulent, those dainty blossoms, waving their little stamens in the breeze.
All right, I get the point.
You won't report me, will you?
Why should I do that? The door has an old-fashioned lock on it. Won't open. That's probably because it's locked. The door has an old-fashioned... It's an old... The door has a... It's an old-fashioned... I need a key to open. It's an old trick, but it still works. Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment, frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care. People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
I don't know Mrs. Piermont personally.
Oh, you must have seen her. With her dog. Mrs. Piermont is the one with 2 legs.
See you later. Excuse me.
Hello, darling. I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont, but you can call me Danielle.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do. He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont. Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security. My mother was killed, but I survived, and I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me. If there's any way I can help you, just ask.
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment. Oh, come to Mummy's.
Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have. You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have. Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
Did you go there with the professor?
Yes. We met in a club. Oh, he was a handsome young graduate, and I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful. Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside than up came his breakfast.
Who the hell is Spunky?
My dog, of course. Now, where was I? Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream. But he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes. He stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers. Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment. Is that Mr. Colston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
It's full of biscuits and dog drool. If I pick up the bowl, the content's all over my hands. Little crunchy doggy snacks.
Hello, Mr. Overman.
How did you know my name?
You're a member now, sir. It's my business to know all our members.
Can I go in now?
Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment.
How come?
It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Never mind.
What was that splashing noise? Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly!
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies. Oh no. Not her. Not Anita. She appears to have been exposed to radiation.
If that's you, Rob, listen carefully. You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a dealing I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how he'll get to Link. But beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old submarine. That could be a way in.
The select button isn't lit. Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything. There's a thumb-sized indentation in the plate. It doesn't react to my thumbprint. Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Excuse me. What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council, but it has gradually taken control.
How? And why?
We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to Link space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shrievman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least.
Silence in court. Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence! I recognize that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins.
Howard Hobbins, come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really.
The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Oh, intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Bah! Monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flipping minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
Upon my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch? Very well, let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt!
Please tell the court what happened. I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? That's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So, you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
Just how well do you know Hobbins?
I've never met him before.
And yet you say you recognized his laughter.
I don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant. Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sound, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh, Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the resident band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
You search but find nothing. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can you match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the autodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh, yes. Quite considerably.
The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits. Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable. The skin is too hard to cut. I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein! Pulling the handle has loosened the grill. How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely. Negative.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with? You don't sound like him.
That is unavoidable. My shell has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative.
Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything, especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck.
The growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source. The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it, they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
That will distract the android technician.
Hello! I was not expecting a visitor. A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
Humans 1, androids 0.
You've saved me the bother of coming to find you.
I should have guessed you were part of all this.
Why do you think Reich had to die when he tried to kill you? Or that meddling girl who tried to help you escape? Link needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
Get out while you can, Rob.
Stop! Tell me what you want from me!
You won't be needing this robot where you're going.
Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento. Aha! Another ID card from my collection. Nothing seems to have happened. Ha! The virus has caused the program to crash. I've got a fresh sample now. The tissue is frozen now. How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And this feeling of insecurity is natural?
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you.
I think you need a new name, Joey.
I concur with your observation, Mr. Foster. What do you consider an appropriate sobriquet?
I'm gonna call you Ken.
That's wonderful news, sir. Tell me, are there any memorable Kens in history? A Ken whom I might seek to emulate?
All the Kens I can think of were dorks.
Splendid! It will be my mission in life to make the name Ken synonymous with dorks.
Never mind. Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
poison the sludge. This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done. Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me. Link needs a replacement for my brain, and the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. Link killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if Link wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from Link for a few seconds, long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir. I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me, and without it, I'll die.
Are you all right, sir?
Do I look all right? Help!
Mr. Foster?
Foster is no more. I am Link. I am the future.